Hey guys, so ever since ever I've been wanting to get into saxophone. It's like the only woodwind I can respect. Um, but you can't. I mean, even like the crappy brands. I mean, like the ones that are like shoved at students, like, "Hey, we're really cheap and quality," and it's not. You know what they are. If you don't, if no, I could not find a saxophone cheaper than 300, and 300 is not expensive enough. Even I know that. So I know there's a plastic trombone called the P-bone. It's a horrible name. But I mean, even that, it's the mini one's like $100. Like the regular full size is about 130, 140. I do want to get one of those eventually, because that's much more cheap than a brass one. So I figured, well, if there's a plastic trombone, even a plastic trumpet, there must be a plastic saxophone, and there is. It is British. It is called the JSax by Nuvo. This is it in all black, because the white and color ones just looked stupid to me. And it was about $99. It is just the funnest thing. Like, so fun I even use bad grammar. I don't think I've ever actually like held or played an actual saxophone. I know I have played, or at least I tooted on a clarinet for a cool second, like years ago, like 10 years ago. But I just know, first off, this thing is just so light, and the dissonance of being able to use all my fingers at once is really getting to me, because I'm used to playing a trumpet or euphonium where there is a minimum of 3 and a maximum of 4 valves, so the fingerings is all down to this one hand, and so it's very, very, very odd being able to use both hands. I know my biggest problem is now I can make a sound was, how the hell do I do a woodwind embouchure, at least specifically for a reed instrument? So yeah, I went to YouTube for that, and then I went back to Nuvo's website, or their YouTube channel. They have a couple of tutorials of how to place in the notes, and it even comes with a fingering chart. It's more aligned with recording, or recorder, fingering as they say, but still, I mean, it's got, you probably can't even see it, but on the back, something akin to the thumb key on an actual saxophone, to, I don't know, get their notes. Because I know for a bunch of the fingerings, as I will have that covered, and a bunch of fingerings I will not. Mainly when, yeah, it says when I get up to a high D, I will uncover that. Because other than that, the octave key is right there. If you're a saxophone player, you probably like already can see. But everyone else, that has an octave key that will help me get higher, because its range is from low C, right above the staff, right below the staff, up to a G right above the staff. So not an incredibly large range, but I mean, for the size of this, I think that's still pretty impressive, and so do all of the rave reviews from professional saxophone players. Like, I mean, same. I can't stop laughing. I am absolutely giddy with this thing, and so were they. They're actually very impressed with the sound this creates. It's very loud. But I mean, even myself, never being a woodwind player, I don't think I even sound all that bad when I can actually get a good pitch out. Other than that, yeah, no, I am, I'm more squeaky than a mouse. But I don't know, it's a lot of fun. And so I'm going to try to play something and not blow your eardrums real fast. Like, literally just with these 3 notes up here. It's the first thing, the first video taught us how to play the notes, B, A, G. I have it covered, okay. Okay, I've noticed it's super hard for me to stay in any kind of tune. Like, I will just be playing, I don't feel like I'm doing anything different at all, but like, I'm just wavering between making it really sharp and really flat. Like, screw uncovering, half covering holes. I can just do that with my own breath. Oh, it's so hard to play in tune for me right now. So yeah, I mean, first off the bat, I've only been playing for, I don't know, probably like, altogether from opening it till now, like 10 minutes, and I could already do that. Probably just because, I mean, I was in band for 7 years. Sure, I've never played a woodwind instrument, but the mechanics are relatively the same exact of doing a brass instrument, just a bit different of the embouchure, with it being a reed. I think a flute was even more easy to play than this, because you blow in a hole. But still, I'm super excited. I know I can't like play much with it, but from what I've heard, I can play. I can do some stuff with it, so I'm really excited to get more acquainted with it, and maybe if I end up really liking it, I will save up and actually shell out for an actual saxophone. So, this is supposed to be the only one to have version soprano. There is no alto or tenor. I know, if anything, I probably will want to go to a tenor sax, because that's just the range I'm most acquainted with, being a trumpet and most definitely a euphonium player. I like my low notes, because I would love. The only reason I can respect saxophone is because that's bari sax, and yeah, I love me some bari sax. Not even gonna lie. So yeah, like I said, only $100. I think this is a steal. Made out of super good plastic. Like, I know nothing about this really feels cheap. It's just really light, so you feel like it's really cheap, but it is not. Like, everything is really quality. I mean, even down to the reed is plastic. They say when you get like pretty good, you can go and ask, your local music store for any flat clarinet cane reed. But for starting out, they recommend just using the plastic reeds that come with it. Yeah, I mean, super easy to take care of. If it does get dirty, it says I can just give it a warm soapy bath. So super, super, super easy to use and take care of. It really is great for kids to start out in band, get them familiar with the methods, techniques of saxophones. Like I said, it's more recorder fingerings. I mean, still with the thumb key and the octave key, and how the keys are built. I mean, it's just like a saxophone. So I mean, it is definitely going to get them familiar with it in a much more cheap way that can be roughhoused. And I am, for some reason, very roughhousing, and I don't know how. So yeah, there is my review. I try to make it short as possible, but I'm not good at being short. So yeah, I recommend it if you want to make really loud noise and have a lot of fun on the cheap. That's woodwind, at least. Brass is so much better, but still, this is fun. That was bad. I like making noise. Okay, so, bye.